The topic of this video clip is the use of digital media file types in learning contexts. Please keep in mind that this is a broad topic, and the video clip includes a few ideas and questions to start our discussions this week. The resources and ideas that you will bring will be used to enhance our discussions and begin to steer the course in the directions that are of interest to you. The main course learning outcome associated with this unit is to become conversant with a wide variety of digital file formats and their possible uses in developing educational tools. Here are some analysis questions for the video. What are some of the digital media formats that you're currently aware of? What kinds of digital media do you commonly notice being used to support learning? What types of digital media do you currently know how to create? And what types of digital media formats would you like to learn to create? As you can imagine or may have experienced in your own educational or professional experiences, there are a range of digital media file formats that may be used for creating learning tools. Determining which specific media will be used in the creation of learning tools, such as the learning object that you'll develop by the end of the course, may require a great deal of thought and careful planning. In Teaching in a Digital Age, Guidelines for Designing Teaching and Learning, Tony Bates explains that different media have different potential or affordances for different types of learning. One of the arts of teaching is often finding the best match between media and desired learning outcomes. This is an idea that we'll come back to again in this video. There may be other factors aside from the desired learning outcomes that you and your colleagues will consider as you plan out which specific media will be used in developing learning tools both within this course and beyond. In Chapter 7 of Teaching in a Digital Age, Bates also reflects on some of the pedagogical affordances of a range of media including text, audio, video, computing, and social media. In the previous chapter, Bates refers to the following as subsystems within these media. I won't read out the full list, but considering the range of tools that we're exposed to on a regular basis, you might be able to think of more examples that aren't included on this list. Getting back to the discussion of the pedagogical affordances of various media, we can use Bates's discussion on the affordances of text in a book versus video for consideration. Text is one of the most commonly used forms of media for a number of reasons that you could probably list right now if you had to. Convenience and simplicity come to mind for me. Without text, it would have been very challenging to prepare for this course, for example. Drafting out a plan in the form of a course outline, communicating with members of the course before the start of online tutorials, and providing other ways to convey important course details would have been extremely challenging and time-consuming without the affordances of text. Considering your role, what challenges would you encounter if we didn't have the ability to use text? Bates states the following. Another important academic feature of text is that it can be carefully scrutinized, analyzed, and constantly checked, partially because it is largely linear and also permanent once published, enabling more rigorous challenge or testing in terms of evidence, rationality, and consistency. Multimedia and recorded format can come close to meeting these criteria, but text can also provide more convenience and, in media terms, more simplicity. Bates also comments, I repeatedly find analyzing video, which incorporates many variables and symbol systems, more complex than analyzing a linear text, even if both contain equally rigorous or equally sloppy arguments. So is this an experience that resonates with you? There are certainly a number of pedagogical affordances of video, for example, many of which that we like to take advantage of in this particular program, the ability to pause and rewind, watch and rewatch videos, and others that are outlined in the chapter. I'll leave that to you to explore and also come up with a list of your own. Additionally, we can consider the type of learning or interactions that are supported or even perhaps hindered by specific media. Paley comments on the role of Web 2.0 technologies in the development of constructivist learning environments, giving credit to some of the influential theorists who are at the root of constructivism, including Dewey, Piaget, Vygotsky, Brunner, and Glasersfeld. Paley explains, in a constructivist learning situation, learners bring unique prior knowledge and beliefs, and knowledge is constructed uniquely and individually in multiple ways, using a variety of tools, resources, and contexts. Learning is both an active and a reflective process. The learner's knowledge structure is facilitated by multiple perspectives from more knowledgeable others. So we can reflect on how the tools that we select or create enable or even hinder the type of learning that we believe to be effective. This then involves having an awareness of the learning theories or principles that influence us. Paley also provides a list of examples of Web 2.0 tools with an explanation of their purpose and some of their major features. Some of those tools are included here. Looking through the full list, however, you might be able to identify which ones you consider to be relevant and which current tools are missing. For more on the theory that guides this discussion in our course, please read Chapter 7 of Tony Bates' ebook, Teaching in a Digital Age, which is shared with a Creative Commons license. Additionally, you might read the Paley reference included here. The full references are provided in our course site. Please also remember to post your own resources related to this week's topic. Lastly, here are some synthesis questions to consider as we conclude the video. What kinds of digital media formats can you see yourself incorporating in a digital learning tool such as the learning object you will create by the end of the course? Why would you use those particular media? What are some of the strengths and weaknesses of those media formats? And what are your thoughts on constructivism and how digital learning tools may or may not support the development of constructivist learning environments? How might this play out in the design of a digital learning tool that you will create?